Man, I've been thinking about this for years, and I'm trying to figure out why atheists try to sell me on objective morality. I'm not buying it. Stay tuned. What's going on, folks? It's your boy Javier with the Javier Show. Make sure you say it twice. Welcome to the Hobby Lobby. We finna talk about it, because please explain to me, atheists out there, why are you trying to make this conversation or this argument that we can have objective morality? Yo, I'm an atheist, so I'm pretty sure the Christians probably gonna love this conversation, but I'm just, this out for the atheists right here. What is the big deal about objective morality? What objective morality? How do we have objective morality? You could even try to break it down on the level and say, oh, well, we evolved a certain way and we have an innate feeling about how we should treat each other because we wouldn't want to be treated that way. I've even heard a conversation about if you close the blinds and you had to be born a baby, you don't know which baby you're going to be born. Which society would you want to grow up in? I still don't see that as objective because it's still subjective. It's based on that baby and what their idea of a good world is, which may not be good for everybody. I don't buy this objective morality. I buy moral relativism. Everything is relative based on the perception of the person who's seeing it. Just like they say beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Beauty is not objective. It's very, very subjective. And so is morality. Now, I get why people of a religious background or faith would say that there are things that are objective. I understand because they're saying that there's a moral lawgiver who passed down these rules on why we should behave the way we behave, and that is final. It is what it is because that is the moral authority, the person who gives down the law. I can understand from that perspective on why a person of a religious background would believe in objective morality. But I just don't buy it on the atheist side. As an atheist, something that could be bad for you could definitely be good for somebody else. It's very possible. It all depends on how you perceive it. There is no such thing as objective morality. And I get when conversations are had like by Jordan Peterson versus Sam Harris, and conversations are talked about when Jordan Peterson says, oh, well, what are you standing on? Like, where do you get this idea that things can be objective? They can't be objective from an atheistic perspective. You can't have the mentality that all we are is, matter and motion, that we're nothing but a whole bunch of organized cells and different things moving and fizzing or whatever the case is, however you want to describe it, and then say that there's objective morality. No, it is what it is. It is what it is. I'll give you an example. Man goes into school, shoots up a school. Is it good or bad? Most of us, we agree it's bad. A man can't go into school and shoot up a whole bunch of kids. Let's say that causes a moral outrage and people get so upset that they start providing new security jobs for people to go in these schools and protect children. What about that family that didn't know where they was going to get their next meal from, and now their daddy got a job, he making money because he gets to go to that school, and now he gets to protect those children, and now he gets to feed his family in the process. You just created some jobs. We all would agree that it was bad that the man would go in there and kill those kids. True. But for the guy who just got a new job, he wouldn't have had that job if that man wouldn't have went there and killed those kids. Was it good for that guy who went in there and got a job because of what that guy did? Or would you say that's still bad? It's moral. It's a moral relative. Like, it's very relative because of the simple fact, I'm just not getting it. I've been an atheist for the last, 10 years. And when I was first getting into my atheism, I was, asking these questions like, okay, well, how do I know cursing is wrong? How do I know that eating this certain food is wrong? How do I know? And I don't know. You don't know. So the next obvious question is somebody will ask you, well, if morals are relative, why not go kill your neighbor? Why not go off and do, horrible things? I can give you a couple reasons. One reason is because I've been socialized. I live in a society that teaches me that that's not good. I live in a society that that's unacceptable. If I grew up in a different society where that was okay and it was taught that that's what you should do, I would do it and I would think it was the right thing to do. The second answer to that is, yes, we have something built into us through nature. Not everybody gets it, but most people get the fact that, hey, I don't do that to people because I wouldn't want them to do that to me. Luckily, it could have easily been different if we was all evolved a different way. And we've known societies where people literally kill themselves or kill their neighbors and there are no consequences based on whatever reasons. We have a different morality culturally in America than people in Africa or people in Europe. Like, these things are very relative. Now, some people might say, well, you see these things pop up, some of the same moral laws pop up in different places and all that. And the simple answer is because we all human. We all evolve pretty much the same way for the most part. That means it's a package deal. It comes that way. But I'm not finna buy that there's objective morality. Now, I get why religious people might buy that, but as an atheist, you have to really convince me on why I should believe that morality is objective. When I see that it's very subjective to culture, it's very subjective to who you are as a person and how you see the world. If your brain was damaged in a certain way, you could completely have a different outlook. And nothing could change that. You could be a Christian, get in a car accident, get brain damage, and you could wake up one day a totally different person. You could be an atheist. And then your whole worldview changes. It's very subjective. So I'm not buying this idea that morals are objective. You will have to sell me on that. And I'm just being honest. Because a lot of atheists go around trying to believe that morality is objective. You keep going around trying to prove to Christians and Muslims and all these different faiths around the world that atheists are just as moral as they are. And it's not true. You don't have to have objective morality to function and be who you are in a society that's more beneficial to you and the people around you. It doesn't have to be objective. It can be very subjective, but it works. It's effective. So, disagree with me, agree with me, and I'm prepared for whatever it takes. But you came to the Hobby Lobby, you knew I was going to hit you with something. So, hit that subscribe button. I'm bringing all your videos, religion, politics, every week. So hit that subscribe button, join the Hobby Lobby now. I could really appreciate your support. You came, you heard, you saw. Now run and tell them I said it. And if they ask me for my name, make sure you say it twice. This is the Javier Javier Show.